All right, we're still continuing our interior wall project, and I almost got carried away yesterday with the trying to smooth stucco finish that rapid set mortar, and then I remembered we still have a lot of other stuff to do, and that's going to be covered up anyway, which is what we're getting to today. Every time I turn around in this shop and I start to work on something surrounding the construction of this shop, I run into mistake after mistake, and it's a miracle how somebody or anybody can build anything and make this many mistakes and have them be as massive of a mistake as they are and not have disaster strike. Why this building is still standing, why the roof trusses haven't fallen over and slipped off of the seal up there, why that wall hasn't fallen down, you know, I just have no idea. It's a miracle. I'm counting my blessings here, and we're gonna fix as much of this stuff as we can as soon as we uncover it. So we've uncovered, I've known about this issue for a while, but I didn't really know how to tackle it because we had all of this junk here to take care of, which we did in that video there. So if you're wondering what happened here, go check that video out, come back, catch up, and it'll bring you up to speed. I said in a previous video that this was the back wall to the original shop, and then they built on around everything and kind of messed everything up along the way, and that rings true to literally everything that attaches to that building. So the major massive mistake, aside from the messed up foundation here, the separated foundations, the jacked up footer wall with the windows and basically landfill attached to the wall, aside from that, aside from the wall never being properly attached with the blowed out footer foundation going through the wall, aside from all that, they made another critical mistake. And this is a big one. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So obviously the trusses on this side of the shop only have about 1 inch to 1.25 inches of engagement resting on that top plate on this wall right here. So that's a huge concern. That's a major safety issue. And instead of ordering trusses that were 3.5 inches longer on the cord to where it would put that vertical piece over the seal like it's supposed to, their version of mitigating that risk or accepting that risk of 1.25 inches engagement on the seal was to stick a 2x4 on edge nailed to the wall, nailed into that seal plate. That's not how you do that at all. So that is a load bearing issue, and trusses have wind load, snow load, and a whole bunch of other stuff. That's why I got these trusses over the lift, actually engineered and designed specifically for this dimension and for the height that I was trying to take out of the tray. I wanted to go up 2 feet. They said, not gonna work with the loads and the wind ratings and everything like that in your area, so we can only go up 19 inches, and that's why we have that cut up there in the middle directly above the lift. That way the lift stuffs up in between those two rafters. So the fact that this hasn't basically fallen in on itself is kind of strange, because it definitely should have by now. So we're going to get this wall fixed. We're going to build a 2x4 studded wall all the way down, partly because of the load bearing issue on the trusses for the back half of the shop. The other major issue with the back half of the shop is I have no electrical back here, like literally none. I've got a whole bunch of lighting that I put in, and obviously power for the lift. I've got two 110 volt outlets on a 20 amp circuit for that, a 30 amp to 30 volt outlet, obviously 30 amps for the lift, and then I've just bridged off of that and put in a 230 volt outlet just in case I ever wanted to hook up a welder back here that was 220, 230 volt. And then I've got two outlets over there by the light switches that control all the lights and everything, so I figured I might as well put in two outlets. Other than that, there's no other power back here, so it's a lot of extension cords and running to these two outlets, which I absolutely despise. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of all of that in this project. When we stud out this wall, we're gonna fix the load bearing issue and fix the electrical outlet issue, or at least have a place where we can put electrical outlets in the future. I really don't know how I'm gonna set all this up, so we're gonna go ahead and get started on all that. But before we do, I gotta go ahead and get all this scrap wood up because there's a bunch of nails sticking up out of it and I don't wanna step on a nail. So let me go take care of that and then we'll get busy. All right, we've got the wall in place. Everything is studded out. We've got it secured to the new concrete. We secured it with 3/8 inch by 5 inch long concrete anchors. We have 3 concrete anchors per 8-foot section of studded wall, leaving no more than 6 inches to the edge of each 8-foot section for that first concrete anchor. So basically 1 on the edges within 6 inches of the edge, and then 1 about in the middle. 3 of those per 8-foot wall section is more than enough. Then we have 3 nails in each stud cavity. So the wall is very secure. It's perfectly level, perfectly plumb, perfectly square. And to do that, we had to actually take into account the slope of our concrete and measure each individual stud along the way. So we got all that finished, and we still have a ton of things to do, but I can't go any further than right here because you haven't smashed the like button. So if you haven't done so, please go ahead and smash that like button, destroy it, obliterate it. And as soon as you make that thing go blue, I'll get busy with the rest of this project. We appreciate it as always. Thank you so very much for watching this video. And if you haven't done so, please click that subscribe button to see future content. Ring that bell notification, that way you get notified just as soon as I get around to posting the next video. We will see you next time.